Is that the Rye guy?
That's Sachi's Rye. This was a shirt from my friend Shayok.
Oh, wow. That's a nice shirt.
The biggest, the baddest, wackiest, funniest, filmiest show on earth.
Never
Hey, welcome back to our Stupid Reacts. I'm Corbin.
I'm Rick.
And you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter for more juicy content. Thank you to everybody who supports on Patreon. Follow us on the like button. Welcome back. And, whoa, we got to this one fast, let me tell you. How did you guys drop it right when it dropped? I don't know.
Amazing.
What is this, April Fool's Day? Anyways, you know why you're here, because obviously the highly anticipated Ramayana, directed by Nitesh Tiwari, I believe is his name, right? Nitesh.
Close enough for hand grenades.
Is he the director of Dangal? He is the director of Dangal. So he's the director of Dangal. And this is obviously I think they've said it's like the most expensive Indian movie ever. They keep coming out with like one of those like every year, so it's hard to keep up.
Yeah. I heard something like that.
Something like that. Obviously, it's the real retelling of the Ramayana story, which I am familiar with. I've seen it in many movies. Rick has seen it in reference, but he has not seen the animated one, which I think probably should before this comes out, because it's a good educational piece, just so you can get the story down. It's a good way to learn the story, unless you should go in blind. But I don't know. Maybe you guys.
Yeah. What do you stupid babies think?
To think if he should go in blind or not. Obviously, Steph and I did a watch-along of that, and there's been a couple other movies where Andhra Pradesh, which is not something you want from this movie. I don't think they're hoping, but we did get sent a screener of this, so we got to view this before most people. I'd say they probably sent it to other critics and other reviews, but obviously the embargo does not lift until 9:30 p.m. California time, which I believe is like midnight-ish in India. Right? No, that's noonish, right? Noonish.
Yeah.
Noonish. So we are seeing this before. That's how we're able to upload it right at 9:30 when you're seeing this. But we are very excited for this. It was very secretive to get this link. It was under major lock and key, let me tell you.
As it should be.
They do not want it to go out, but they also didn't want to invite me to the LA thing. So that's just something that happened. Anyways, here we go.
Score.
Woo, that score. Dang. Ooh,
Dang.
that looks big. I mean, the story
Yeah.
is very big. The story
Yeah.
is absolutely massive. And I'm not like an expert on the story at all, but I knew some of those visuals from stuff I've
Yeah.
already seen.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that first and foremost, the score was
Incredible.
beautiful. That was
Spine tingling.
That was a gorgeous score. And this one was obviously focused almost 100% on Ranbir's character and Ram. I think that last shot there, I believe, was Yash in his character, which is obviously the big a pivotal character in this story. I thought it looked really, really cool. Obviously, they're probably still going to be working on a lot of stuff until the very end.
They have a lot of time to finish stuff up.
To clean it up, and this is just. I think Ranbir. This is one of the things I said. Even though, like the beginning of Adi Pradesh, I think we were like scared but like hopeful, and then it didn't end up working for hardly anybody. My biggest issue with Prabhas as Ram was that Prabhas, even though Ram is a warrior, he didn't. That's all Prabhas really gives off. Prabhas gives off this intimidating warrior vibe, and even though Ram is a great warrior, that's not the vibe I ever got from Ram. Is that he was more of a gentle, loving, caring soul who happened to be an epic warrior. I think Ranbir fits that very well. What do you think? Obviously, you don't know the story as well.
Yeah, I don't. Not knowing the story, obviously, they make it really clear that he is, that's
Ram.
God territory.
Yeah, he's Ram.
Yeah, and has been a part of the very thing. We said this years ago, and I'm not talking about us to give us credit. I'm using it as a reference point of something that we've said that I'm happy to see happening. Where the first year we were like, holy crap, the amount of stories that India has in their culture that they should just tell, because what we were introduced to immediately was the remakes that were happening consistently, whether it was from other industries, making other industries, or Hollywood remakes. And I remember you and I were just like, guys, you got so many, and we've been seeing it. This is like the epitome of what it means to be telling an Indian story that I think is coming at the right time for several reasons. I think the fact that it looks like it's built for audiences that have grown to want Marvel and Avatar and the spectacles in IMAX at that large a level. Another thing, though, this trailer gave me that the world needs now really bad is hope.
Yeah.
And the idea that good will win over evil, and that draw alone in this trailer for me was the takeaway of this. Looked like you're gonna get the visual artistry of something on the level of Cameron's Avatar, but you're gonna get something that is universally embraced with the truth and everything good, no matter how bad it gets, winning. And I agree with you about the way Ranbir looked in this. He does give off the vibe of gentle and caring, but when push comes to shove, I will unleash the most horrific warrior you've ever seen.
Yeah. And I think he fits that character very well. Makes me want to watch the animated film again. These are a couple notes I got here. Also, James Cameron was at the event, which I didn't get invited to. Apparently, my invitation went to James Cameron. I guess he's more important than me.
Who do we invite?
I guess he's more important than me.
James Cameron, that's a tough one. I don't know.
2-part film series that represents one of the most ambitious cinematic undertakings ever produced out of India. Crafted by the global audience in mind, score was composed by Academy Award winner Hans Zimmer and A.R. Rahman. That's That's one of the reasons. Obviously, it was incredible. I think that was AR's voice too that I heard.
That was absolutely AR's voice.
But obviously, that's why it's an epic score. Ramayana was written thousands of years ago and has influenced countless of stories in all mediums ever since. The goal of the two-part movie is to tell the iconic story via the ambitious scale, emotion, and grandiose storytelling of films like Lord of the Rings, Avatar, and Gladiator. And so I'm guessing we're going to get multiple of these.
Absolutely.
From like Sita. So they'll introduce Sita. They'll introduce Raghavan. Is that Raghavan? That I believe Yash is playing. I don't know who's playing Hanuman. But that I am. They might already. Oh, geez. Yeah, I do. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, I love that casting. I know you aren't as familiar with Hanuman, but apparently, if this is to be believed, Sonny Joel is playing Hanuman.
Oh, nice.
Which I do love that casting now that we know him much better. I think he fits the character quite well.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see him on screen because he's such a fun character. I'm calling him a character for the movie. I'm not trying to offend anybody. So I know you like people get offended by my vernacular sometimes. I'm not trying to offend anybody. But they'll have all these introductions, I'm guessing, in the next few months. Hopefully, I'm invited to those.
Yeah, because we've got 6-7 months to go before this releases, so we're going to have a character. I'm sure we're going to have introductions, and I'm really interested for you, stupid babies, who know this very, very well. I remember we had a similar conversation when Ponniyin Selvan 1 and 2 came out, and whether or not we should read the original books before going in and seeing the films, and opted not to read them before going in and seeing the films. So I would like to know, should I watch that animated film that you've seen? Is there material that I should read, or should I just go in with knowing as little as I know? Because I see pros and cons to all of it.
Yeah. I've read a kind of a kid's version of the story and the actual kind of short snippet story as well. So it's different than the animated one I've seen as well. So, and I saw Adi Pradesh. I saw Hanuman with Steph, which was a Telugu movie. And so I'm quite familiar with this story. Now, I'm not saying I'm an expert or anything like that. But it's to get this, they're obviously going for an international audience in this, obviously.
Absolutely.
Like I think I saw something, I don't know if it's true, that Nolan might be at the thing in India for its upcoming this glimpse release. I don't know if that's true. But so you need to get the visuals, even though they looked really, really good. I'm saying like the action visuals, they need to be on par with, like what RRR had. And I think this is the most expensive Indian movie ever, so very well could live up to that. We all know famously Adi Pradesh, especially CGI-wise, did not live up to it at all. It became a laughing stock. So you don't want to do that, but I mean, God.
No.
That score was so good, though.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, I'm rooting for it to be like, let it be Avatar. Let this be a $1 billion international success, because it is achieving everything. The acting, the storytelling, the visual effects, the writing, the score, the everything. I'm really rooting for this film to be beyond everybody's expectation.
And I'm really hoping that we get some of the IMAX.
We should.
Which I
can't imagine we wouldn't.
If they're trying to make this a pan-world film, it give us some IMAX showings.
Well, if you've got Jim Cameron and you've got Chris Nolan behind it, they're going to have some sway in convincing distributors. I will be shocked if this does not get. This should get a minimum of 1,000 screens in the U.S. and a huge number of those being IMAX screens.
Yeah, I hope so, because this is one you want to see on the. Like I would
love, as big a screen as possible.
I would love to go to the Sphere and watch this. That'd be great.
Oh my goodness, yes. Somebody get on that. Somebody get on that and make a sphere experience.
Dude, like I know it's expensive to put stuff there, and maybe there's like
Yeah.
there might be a band there or something at the time. I don't know, but it'd be cool to do like a showing at the Sphere. I think that'd be
It would.
one for global recognition, to get that known. Anyways, it's exciting. I hope you let me know what you guys think about it, if you're excited for this, and anything else we need to know down below.
The biggest, the baddest, wackiest, funniest, filmiest show on earth.
Never